Welcome to the Inpatient Peds rotation at the AnMed Family Medicine Residency. I'm Christopher Gross, one of the interns, and I'm going to provide a guided tour of our inpatient facilities as we walk through a typical day on the Inpatient Pediatrics rotation. Your day on the Pediatrics rotation starts around 6 a.m. with rounding on your newborns and floor patients. I'm here in the newborn nursery, and you'll notice that it's not filled with patients because our term newborns room in with their mother on the mom-baby floor. This area is used for transition from the intermediate nursery or for babies that have extended stays to feed and grow as we manage infants born from 32 weeks up at our facility. Next door is the intermediate nursery. You'll spend time here learning how to manage sepsis workups, respiratory and feeding problems in newborns, and other issues like neonatal abstinence syndrome. There is always a peds hospitalist attending in-house with you 24 hours a day, so you will work alongside the attending with these patients. Here is the Peds Inpatient Unit, where we admit children of all ages and manage common pediatric admissions such as gastroenteritis, bronchiolitis, pneumonia, asthma, cellulitis, and fever evaluations in young children. There are dedicated pediatric nurses and respiratory therapists for this unit who will be part of your training, along with the pediatric hospitalists who work with you. On pediatrics, there are commonly 4 residents on the team, with 2 being first years and 2 second-year residents. One of the residents spends a week as the night float for the team, and the other 3 do day call 1 day in every 3. This is one of our mom-baby rooms. This is where we round on the infants each morning unless the baby is in the intermediate nursery. Both OB and Peds teams will round in these rooms every morning. Once you've seen your patients, we come to the rounding room for common rounds with the OB team. The OB team presents each mother, and then the pediatric team reviews the baby, with each group learning from the other. OB and pediatric attendings are present and help lead the discussion. There's often a 5 to 10 minute presentation on a topic made by one of the pediatric or OB residents for the whole team. At this point, the OB team leaves to go manage L&D, and the Peds team continues with rounds of all the remaining patients on their team. Once these rounds are completed, the night float resident goes home, usually around 9 a.m. Night float residents usually return to the hospital at 7:45 p.m. each evening. This is our pediatric call room. It is used by the pediatric day call resident and the Peds night float resident, as we use a night float system for inpatient pediatrics. Resident resources for managing pediatric patients and calls from parents are also kept here in the call room. Just down the hall from the pediatric call room is the physician lounge with a computer terminal, snacks, drinks, including coffee and tea for your use. During your shift, if the emergency department calls with a possible admission, the pediatric resident will go and directly evaluate the patient and then review with the pediatric hospitalist to plan to either admit and manage or for next steps for close outpatient follow-up. On the first floor of the hospital, we have a large resident workroom for use by all the residents on duty at the main hospital. This provides an opportunity for eating together while on duty and for support throughout your days in the hospital. Speaking of food, in addition to the snacks available in the physician lounges, our hospital has a great cafeteria that opens for breakfast at 4 a.m., and there are a number of different stations available that vary by the time of day. You receive an annual stipend for purchase of food while on duty. That's a brief overview of our day on the inpatient pediatric rotation and our facilities. I hope that has given you a snapshot of the quality inpatient pediatric training that is built into our residency. More information, including additional videos, can be found on our website.